And now, the continuing story of Another World.
I missed you.
Did you?
Yes, I've gotten spoiled having you all to myself these last few weeks.
Yeah, me too. But I'm afraid the honeymoon is over, as they say.
Listen, how's Mac?
Mac is better.
You said last night that you didn't think his concussion was serious.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But Dr. Perlman does want to keep him another day, I think, for observation, just to be safe.
But he'll probably get to go home tomorrow.
He should, yeah.
You would tell me if there was anything really wrong, wouldn't you?
Yes, darling, I would tell you.
Did you run more tests?
Not yet.
And he's still conscious?
Yes, he's conscious, and his vision has cleared, so there's really nothing to worry about.
And he was just talking to a group of people at a dinner party and he passed out?
That's right. But Rachel tells me now that he had been hit on the head earlier while he was out sailing with Taylor Holloway.
Oh. How's Rachel?
Rachel's fine. She's tired, but she's all right.
Oh, she must have been terribly worried.
Yeah, she spent the night at the hospital to be near Mac. She's there now.
That's amazing.
What's amazing?
They are so devoted to each other. I think Rachel would do anything for Mac.
I think you're right, yeah.
That's just the way we're going to be.
Would you do anything for me?
You just try me.
That's not such a bad idea. Maybe this honeymoon isn't quite over yet.
Now listen,
What?
before you get too carried away, you have several phone calls.
Oh, great. Who?
Let's see. Ada called asking about Mac, and Cecile, same thing. And, Pat's back.
Oh.
Yeah, she called to say that she was back from vacation with Alice. And she was also sorry about hearing about Mac.
How'd she sound otherwise?
Oh, she sounded wonderful, calm and relaxed. I think the whole thing really did her good to get away.
Good. Does she want to see me? Wait a minute, here, I'll get that.
No, I'll get it.
Well, it's probably for me, honey.
No, I might as well get used to it if I'm going to be the model doctor's wife. Hello? Oh, yeah, Liz. Yeah, you heard right. We're back. Yeah, what? The honeymoon? Oh, sensational, fantastic, wonderful. Need I say any more?
Sounds as if you had a nice time.
Very nice. I was just standing here bemoaning the fact that I have to share my husband with the rest of the world again.
Well, I was wondering how you'd feel about sharing your husband with the rest of the family this evening.
Oh, you having a little family get-together?
Oh, I thought it'd be a nice way to welcome the two of you back. And Pat back home. Jim has already said he'd love to come.
Oh, well, I'm sure Russ would like that, but let me just check with him, okay? How do you feel about a little family get-together at Liz's?
That's fine with me.
Okay. Russ says yes.
Good. What time?
7? How's 7 sound?
Oh, 7 it is. I can't wait to hear all about that honeymoon.
Shall we bring our slide projector?
Well...
No, I was just joking. We'll see you around 7.
Oh, yes. Has Russ mentioned how Mac is? I talked to the hospital today, and they said that he's doing so well he might be able to go home tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what Russ says, and he just got home from the hospital.
I feel good about it. We were all very concerned.
Yeah, I know.
All right. See you around 7 then.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Liz is dying to know all about our honeymoon.
I'll bet she is. She probably has her questions all written out.
I'll bet I know exactly what her first question will be.
What?
Am I pregnant?
Yeah. She might be a little more tactful about getting to it, but I bet it's up there at the top of the list.
Why don't we drive out to our dream house on the way to see Liz?
Well, that's a nice idea, but I gotta have a couple of minutes to relax first.
The phone will stop ringing long enough.
One way to find out.
Almost forgot.
What?
You have another call.
Oh.
From Mitch.
Mitch?
Yeah, I almost forgot with all the family talk that Mitch Blake called.
Mitch Blake.
Cecile, I see that Mac has left a note here about, a budget submission that's due next week.
Right.
Bravo.
It's due on Friday, but I think we'll have them ready before that.
Oh, would you? That'd be great. Okay. And what else? Do you know about the Parkinson novel, the galleys for it?
Yeah, Jamie, they're at the proofreaders. I could have them ready in about an hour or so.
Would you? Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, because I'll have to ask Mac exactly when we go into production on that. Liz?
Huh?
You don't happen to know that, do you?
Oh, not offhand, but they're probably in the outer files I could check.
Would you? That'd be
Oh,
fantastic.
certainly. Oh, Mac is much better today.
Oh, you've spoken with him?
I talked to the hospital staff, and if he stays getting so much better, he can go home tomorrow.
Oh,
Good.
fantastic.
And I spoke to Pat. She got back to Bay City last night.
How is she, Liz?
Oh, she's absolutely splendid. I think that vacation just did her a world of good.
Well, that's wonderful, isn't it, Jane?
I think it's great.
Honey, has Mitch done something wrong?
Why do you ask that?
With just your reaction just now when I mentioned his name.
What did he want, honey?
He wanted to know about Mac, and then he asked about Rachel.
Well, why couldn't he check with the hospital?
He did, but he also wanted to speak to you.
Did he say why?
He asked me about Mac's condition, and I told him everything that I knew.
Did that seem to satisfy him?
Yes, why? What's wrong? What did he do?
There's nothing, I hope.
I have a feeling there's something you're not telling me.
Listen, I don't like keeping secrets from you. I am a doctor, and there's a lot of things I'm not going to be able to discuss with you. You can understand that, can't you?
Of course I do. I just, especially when it's professional, but I just have the feeling that this is something a little more personal.
Yeah. It's a little of both, I think. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't mean to put you on the spot either.
Well, it's just that I would like to share everything with you, and I can't.
But you can't share this.
Not without the permission of a third party, no.
Why do I get the feeling that that third party is either Mac or Rachel?
I'm sorry, baby. I just can't say anything more about it.
Okay, I don't mean to push you.
You think you'll be able to stand being married to a secretive doctor?
Oh, I'm gonna give it all I've got.
I'll tell you what. I think I'm going to go off and visit with Pat for a few minutes.
Oh.
Then suppose we do go out by the house and we'll see what kind of great decorating ideas we can come up with.
Oh, that's a great idea, and that'll give me a chance to freshen up a bit.
Oh, you seem fresh enough to me.
Just can't keep your hands off me, can you?
Don't even want to try.
You better not.
Hey,
What?
you suppose we're always going to feel like newlyweds?
Uh-huh. Even when we're oldly weds.
Well, I think, let me see, that's about all we can do until Mac comes back. Okay?
Oh, excuse me, Jamie.
Yes, Liz?
Mac's on the phone. I asked him about the Parkinson dates. He said he'd like to talk to you personally.
Oh, really? Great. Thank you.
Look, I'm going to go back to my office. Call me if you need me.
All right. Thanks for your help.
Yes, and I'm going to get back to work on that proposal.
Would you? Okay.
Jamie, do you mind if I stay? Mac said he might want me to take some notes.
Great. Good. Good. Thank you.
Jamie's doing a
Yes,
superb
Mac.
job,
How are
isn't
you?
he?
Oh, we're doing okay.
Yes, yes.
Mac's very lucky to have such a capable person to take over in this emergency.
Well, just maybe you ought to point that out to him when he gets back.
Jealous?
Come on, Cecile, jealous. Jamie deserves what he's got. He's worked for it.
Meaning what, that I haven't?
Well, let's say you haven't paid your dues yet.
Oh, just because I'm successful at a very young age.
No, just because you nearly destroyed Pat in getting that success.
I just bet you can't wait to go running home to Pat to tell her all about the story of how I told of her drunkenness to Mac. Huh.
Oh, Cecile, there you are.
Hi, Felice. What is it?
I've set up an appointment to interview Blaine Grove this afternoon for that piece we're doing on the arena.
Good. I wanted to get moving on that.
I was wondering if Craig would be available to take pictures.
No, not yet. I'll assign him when the time is ready.
Should I mention that to Blaine?
No, don't mention anything. We want to play down this piece as much as possible. If she thinks that we're onto an expose, then she'll just clam up on you.
Are we on to an expose?
We're out for a story, whatever that takes. Now, call me and let me know how the interview goes, okay?
I will.
always the angle, right?
Just like everybody else.
Tell me something, Cecile. Are you going to spend the rest of your life wondering what other people are up to?
I have to. It's part of the game, isn't it, Philip?
Well, if you have to, you have to. If you enjoy it, you'll just keep wondering. Because I'm not going to sit here and discuss that with you.
Coming! Hi.
Hi, Blaine.
Carrie,
Surprised?
I thought you had left Bay City a week ago.
Well, I was supposed to. But I changed my mind and I decided to stay around a while longer. You mind if I come in?
I'm sorry. Yes, please do come in. I didn't mean to leave you standing out there.
No, it's okay. Actually, I thought that, well, we could have a talk before I clear out of town.
About what?
You, me, the world.
Listen, could I get you something?
Like what?
Like coffee or iced tea or soda or anything.
Oh, no, thanks.
Is there something wrong?
No, why should there be anything wrong?
Because you told me you were going to leave quietly when Jordan took away your job at the arena.
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
Did you change your mind?
No, don't worry, honey. I'm not going to make any trouble for you.
Well, I don't want you to make any trouble for yourself.
That's funny. I really think you mean that.
Well, I do.
Well, I'm still going to go quietly. Only after we have our talk.
Okay.
First of all, I think that I want you to know that I don't hold you responsible for me getting fired.
Jordan didn't tell me that I was going to take over your job as hostess at the arena.
It doesn't matter.
I thought that you were going to have a big promotion on the West Coast, Jordan said.
Well, so, how's it going so far? You like being hostess for him?
Yeah, it's great. I really do. I love it.
I felt like that at first, too. You really think that you're going to go someplace, right? And you're meeting all these important people.
How long were you working with Jordan?
Well, the arena's been open only a few months, and before that, we were together in Vegas. So how's it going out there? I asked you that before, didn't I?
You did, but it's okay, really.
So I bet you have a whole closet full of new clothes to wear, don't you?
Yes, Jordan bought me some new dresses for the job. How did you know that?
He likes to splurge on all his girls.
Well, I only wear those dresses to the arena.
I know. So how about the customers? Have you met any big shots yet?
A few. They're very nice to me.
So you love it, huh?
Yeah, I guess I do.
And what about Jordan Scott?
What about him?
You love him, too?
I don't think I know how you mean that.
How do people usually mean it?
Well, he's my boss. I guess I have to like him to work for him.
Well, he wouldn't have it any other way.
So tell me, what do they have in mind for you out on the West Coast?
You're really anxious to change the subject, aren't you?
Carrie, I really don't think there's anything I can say about Jordan Scott.
Oh, but there is, Blaine. There is so much more to say about him. You're afraid to, aren't you?
I hope you don't mind my stopping by without calling first.
Oh, not at all. I needed to take a break.
You know, I'm surprised to catch you at home. I thought that you'd be slaving away over at those Bravo offices.
Well, normally I would be. But today I have a deadline on these fashion layouts, and I need to get away from some ringing telephones.
Did you draw this sketch yourself?
Sure, I did all of those.
You're quite an artist.
Well, thank you. I studied art at school in Switzerland.
Do you enjoy working at Bravo?
Yeah, sometimes it can be very exciting. Oh, Brava may be doing an article on the arena in the next issue.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Well, if they do, your wife may become something of a celebrity.
What Blaine does won't make any difference to me, one way or the other.
Well, I think that's a good attitude to take.
Well, I find I do a lot better if I try not to think about her. So I try to keep my mind on other things.
It's not so easy, is it?
Not always.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
It wouldn't be as bad if Blaine's brother weren't my best friend.
Larry?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time with him and Clarice.
Do you run into Blaine at their place?
Oh, not usually, but I did the other day, and it was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'll bet.
By the way, I decided to take your advice about the reconciliation meeting that Brian wanted to set up.
My advice?
Yeah, remember you told me what a bad idea it was for you to try and work things out with your husband after you split up?
Yes, but I'm not at all sure your situation is comparable.
Oh, well, I think it is. And I'm glad I decided to turn down the meeting.
Well, I'm sure you know what's best for you.
But anyway, I did not come by here to talk about my divorce.
I don't mind, honestly, if it helps you.
It has helped me a lot. In fact, I've told my mom about the talks we've had.
You have?
Uh-huh. And that is the real reason I came by. I'd like you to meet her.
Meet your mom?
What do you say?
Well, I've already beaten you to it. I met her one day in Cecile's office.
Oh, come on. I know you were introduced, but I'd really like you to get to know her.
I'd like that, too.
Well, what are you doing tonight? Do you have any plans?
Tonight?
Yeah, I thought the three of us could get together and go out for a bite to eat.
Like I said, I have this deadline on my layouts.
Well, would you like to if you're free in time?
Sure, if you want me to.
Great. I'll give you a call later. I'll leave right now so you can get back to work, and I'll call you in about an hour or so, okay?
Fine, Jerry. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Am I ready for this?
I was scared to talk once, so I understand.
Understand what?
How it is for you up there on that tightrope that you're walking.
I don't think I understand what you're getting at.
Just be sure that you don't fall off like me.
I'm doing just fine, really.
Oh, sure. You think that all you have to do is just stay out of trouble.
Well, I've gotten very good at that.
Let me tell you something. When you work for Jordan Scott, you are in trouble right from the start.
I don't really think that we should be having this conversation at all.
Nothing that you say will get repeated.
That's just it. I don't have anything to say about Jordan or about my job.
Can't you trust me? Just a little bit.
I hardly even know you.
Blaine, I am trying. I'm trying to help you. But I can't do that. I can't.
I'm sorry. I can't talk to people that I don't know very well.
Please. I can't do that unless I know exactly what you feel about everything. Especially Jordan Scott.
What's the matter?
If that's Jordan, please.
It's not
He's
Jordan.
He's gonna kill me.
Relax, it's
no,
not
I'm not
Jordan.
supposed to be in Bay City.
No, there's somebody coming to interview me
No,
for a
how
magazine.
do you know?
They have an
Please,
appointment with me right
please.
now.
No,
Listen.
no, please. You have to hide me, Blaine. And please, don't tell him that I came to talk to you. No.
Would you just relax and
No.
listen to me for a minute? It's not
No,
Jordan. He is not
please.
here. I have an appointment
Please.
with somebody.
No.
Just relax, okay? I have an appointment with somebody. That's who it is. It's from a magazine. It's not Jordan Scott.
Hi, Blaine.
Hi.
I guess you weren't expecting me.
I thought you were Felice from Brava.
She hasn't come yet?
No, she's going to be here any minute, though.
Why don't I keep you company until she comes? Maybe she'd like to ask me a few questions.
Good idea. I'm sure she'd really appreciate that.
How's everything, Carrie?
Carrie came over here to talk to me about the job.
Oh?
Yeah, she's giving me all kinds of great pointers. She's telling me, like, how to handle the really rough customers, how to tell the bigwigs from the small-time gamblers. Everything is great.
That was real nice of her, wasn't it?
Well, you always said that Carrie was one of the best hostesses you ever had.
That's right. That's why we'll be sorry to lose her.
Listen, I'm going to listen to every single thing you said, and I try not to forget any of it, okay? Now, you know that you told me that you had to run, so I'm not going to keep you any longer, okay?
I have to run.
Yeah, okay, well, you do real good on your job out on the West Coast, huh?
So long, Carrie.
Wasn't that thoughtful of her to stop by?
Very thoughtful.
I don't even know her very well, but she seems real nice to me.
Didn't she seem a little strange to you?
Strange?
She's high, Blaine, on drugs.
Carrie takes drugs?
She's a junkie. That's why we had to let her go.
It's terrible.
Your husband was on the narc squad. He probably has a whole file on her.
Well, if he does, he never mentioned it to me.
The reason she doesn't want to leave Bay City is she's got her contact here.
She never said anything to me about not wanting to leave.
No?
No, like I said, she just came here to talk about the job.
No, I'm part of that job. What'd she say about me?
Just that she liked working with you?
She must have said more than that.
Well, what difference does it make what anybody says about you?
I don't want anyone trying to turn you against me.
Nobody can do that. Can't you tell I'm crazy about you?
I'm crazy about you. Did you know that?
I don't think I had any idea about that.
Oh, who's that?
Well, I assume it's Felice.
Do we have to let her in?
If you want the article in Bravo magazine, we do.
Hey, you look terrific.
Oh, thank you.
How are the chords?
Oh, they're still there. Did a little vocalizing every day while we were gone.
You know we've got a lot of work ahead of us.
Oh, now you sound like Jason.
Have you spoken to him since you've been back?
Yeah, he came by yesterday.
I think he's been counting the minutes.
Yeah, he said he was real anxious to start rehearsing right away.
What's the matter? Aren't you ready?
No, it's not that. I was just debating whether I thought I should tell you something or not.
Oh, what? Something about Jason?
Yeah, and I think I will, because after all, I trust you more than anybody I know, except Russ, of course.
It sounds confidential, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't want it repeated to anyone, especially not to Jason.
Okay, you've got my word on it.
Well, last night between shows, Cindy Lee came over to warn me against Jason.
Well, that's not the first time she's done that.
No, but somehow she seemed different. She was really upset, and she said she'd had it with Jason, that she was going to get away from him, and she thought I should, too.
Cindy Lee's always been a little jealous of you, that's all.
Oh, I don't think it was jealousy. I mean, why, if she wants to get away from Jason, why would she bother telling me?
Because she's got her own axe to grind.
I know he's been awfully hard on her.
Hard isn't the word. You know, Jason makes demands on everybody he works with, but Cindy Lee's been like a lightning rod for all his frustrations about you and Russ.
Dealey, was he really that upset about my marriage?
I think you know how he felt about it.
Yeah, I guess I do.
You know, when you and Russ left on your honeymoon, I thought he was going to go nuts. Cindy Lee baited him a couple times, and he really let her have it. I knew they couldn't keep working together.
Well, maybe she'll be better off without him.
What about you? Can you hold your own against Jason?
Of course. Jason and I understand each other.
Well, you used to call him your Svengali.
That was a joke.
Yeah, but there was a little bit of truth in it, and the truth is that Jason wants to control you.
But he can't. Especially now that I have something in my life besides my career.
Being married does make a difference, huh?
Ah! We were just talking about you,
good.
my
Hey,
darling.
Julie. How you doing?
Hey, welcome home.
Thanks. It's good to be back.
How was that?
Pat is just Just fine. She's wonderful. That trip to Chicago did her a world of good.
Good, I'm glad to hear it.
I better be getting back to the club.
No, don't let me run you off. Were you guys rehearsing or something?
No, we were just visiting, that's all.
Don't forget, we have a date to go out and see our dream house.
Now, how could I forget that?
Bye, Tracy.
Bye-bye. Thanks for coming by.
So long, Dooley.
So long, Russ.
Bye. So, Pat was really in good shape?
Yeah, just terrific.
I know that's a load off your mind.
Yeah. You ready to go?
Yeah, just have to get my bag.
Good, come on. I got the car parked right out front.
Okay, all right. Oh, hi!
Whoa! Hey, darling, what's the matter? You got dizzy or something? Come on,
No,
Can you get up?
Yeah. Your clumsy wife just got her foot caught here.
Well, watch yourself there. My clumsy wife just gave me an awful start.
Oh, why, Dr. Matthews.
What?
Were you afraid that Dr. and Mrs. Matthews were about to become Papa and Ma Matthews?
Maybe on the way we better stop and pick up a jar of pickles, huh? Just in case you get a midnight craving.
Just in case, huh?
And now, the next part of Another World.
Days like this just drive me up the wall.
Busy?
I haven't stopped since this morning, Amy.
I called your office around noon. They said you were out looking at fabrics.
I know, I want to find something for the bedroom walls of the penthouse suite.
Oh, wow. Why don't you get a decorator to do that for you?
Oh, I plan to. It's just that I want to have some ideas in my mind before I meet with him.
Oh, have you already hired one?
Uh-huh. Jay Allen has agreed to try to work me in. He's supposed to be one of the best in Bay City.
Oh, he's also supposed to be one of the most expensive.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem after my little appointment I have with the bank this afternoon.
What are you doing at the bank?
Well, I'm going to try to borrow some money against my trust fund that my father set up for me.
You really are going all out on this, aren't you?
Of course. Oh, the bathroom and the bedroom need total renovation. I don't want to skimp.
Aren't you going to keep any of Iris's furnishings?
A few, if Brian can arrange for me to buy them from her. Now, come on. Let's see. What are you doing with this layout here? You got it finished?
Cecile, I'm afraid I'm going to need a little more time on this layout.
You didn't run into any trouble, did you?
Let's just say I had a little interruption.
Oh, Amy, the whole reason for coming here was so that you could get away from any interruptions.
Well, this interruption followed me here.
Why do I get the funniest feeling that this interruption was a welcome one?
Could be.
Jerry Grove.
You got it.
Ah, well, I hope he didn't take up too much of your time.
Unfortunately, no, he didn't.
Why's that?
He didn't want to keep me from my work.
Oh, well, that's very thoughtful of him.
Too thoughtful. And he wants me to meet his mother.
But you've already met Margot.
I pointed that out to him. But he thinks we should try again. Can you believe it?
Oh, I can believe it. But is it worth it? That's the question, Amy.
Yes. It's definitely worth it.
So, how was Chicago?
Chicago was wonderful.
You look wonderful.
Oh, thank you very much. I feel terrific.
Well, what did you and Alice do?
Oh, lots of things. When it was warm, we went to the beach. We went to some interesting restaurants and museums. We took a car trip up north to Wisconsin. Alice had everything planned when I arrived.
Sounds like you didn't have to make any decisions.
No decisions whatsoever. I just sat back and relaxed and enjoyed myself. Can't tell you what a pleasure that was.
I'd like to meet this sister of yours.
She wants to meet you, too. I told her a lot about you.
Did you tell her anything about the trouble you've had at work?
No, I didn't.
Well, she must have been curious as to what happened.
She was very nice, Philip. She didn't press me to discuss anything I didn't want to talk about.
I get it. In other words, you don't want me to discuss it either.
There's nothing to discuss.
Do you know there was a meeting the other day in Mac's office?
Yep, I know about it.
You do?
Aunt Liz told me. Hearing it once is hearing it enough.
Pat, Cecile's got Liz completely fooled.
Doesn't matter anymore.
It does matter.
Oh, Philip, I have such a nice feeling coming back from Chicago. I want to hold on to that for a while.
I want you to hold on to that feeling. But it's because of your sake that I'm bringing this up.
I know you're doing it for my sake, Philip, but really I put all of that behind me now.
Well, it sounds like you've got future plans.
Well, in a way, I know that I want my life to be very productive from now on.
And what will you do?
I don't know exactly. Maybe something in social services. I was watching Alice at the hospital, Philip, and I could see how much satisfaction she got from being able to help other people.
Oh, Pat, come on. You help people through Brava.
You just don't give up.
That's because you belong there.
Oh, Philip, nobody cares about Bravo. It's a magazine. They read it and throw it in the waste paper basket.
Well, tell me, you sure you have something to put in its place?
I know what you're thinking. I admit I was drinking too much before I left for Chicago. I know that, but it was just a situational problem, Philip, honest.
Was it?
Yep. I proved that because I only had one drink the whole time I was there.
Just one?
Just one. A glass of wine at dinner the last night Alice and I were together. Really, Philip, it's not a problem anymore.
Oh, Pat, you don't know how happy I am to hear that.
I can prove it if you can stay for a while.
Sure, I can stay.
How'd you like a glass of wine? I'm not going to have anything. How about it?
Okay, if it's no problem.
No problem at all, as long as I can use your strong arms to open the bottle.
Well, are you gentlemen going to break us tonight? We're going to do our darndest. Well, good luck to you.
Good luck.
How's it going?
Ooh, we got a real lively crowd tonight.
Keep everybody happy. That's the name of the game. Listen, if you get free a little later, Evening, Zach.
Oh, hey, Jordan. Hi.
Sean's got your place all staked out at her game table.
Good. Tell her to be there shortly.
Who's that?
That is Zachary Colton. He's the assistant district attorney. Just took over for Scott Bradley when he went off to Washington.
He's running for election for DA in November, isn't he?
Bet your life on it. His picture's plastered all over Bay City.
And he gambles.
Well, he comes in about once or twice a week. Plays for $100 minimum.
Is he good?
When the wind's blowing in his direction.
What was that about Sharon's game?
Oh, he likes to play her table. He calls her his lucky dealer. What's the matter?
I just can't believe that somebody like that would come here.
Why not? It's legal.
Try explaining that to the voters.
What the voters don't know won't hurt.
Is he honest?
As far as I know. Of course, if he loses a bundle, then...
Sounds like somebody I should get to know.
That's not a bad idea. If he wins, he could be a friend. If he loses a lot, then he'd have to be a friend, wouldn't he?
Stir continuously. Oh. Hello, Jim.
Liz, are you doing your cooking in the living room tonight?
Well, I'm running a bit late. All this was so last minute, and I did want to make something nice. I'm making a special cheese sauce. You want to taste?
Yeah. Good.
Oh, you're sounding a lot better.
So are you.
Well, I didn't just get over a bad cold.
Well, just the same.
I'm surprised you didn't ask to bring Margot here tonight.
Should I give her a call? Want me to get that?
Oh, please, if you will, yes.
Tracy, Russ, come on in.
There.
Where's Liz? Well, she had to take her cheese sauce back to the kitchen.
Oh, we just came from our new dream house.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they're
Russ.
getting done.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh. How was it?
Why? Oh, you look
lovely.
beautiful. I thought you were Pat.
No, where is Pat, though? She's usually the first one to arrive.
I wonder why she's late.
I don't know. She seemed to be all right when I saw her a while ago.
That's Pat now.
I'll get it. Oh, Pat, we were worrying about you.
Liz. Hi, everybody. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Dad.
Hello, sweetheart. How is Chicago?
Oh, it was wonderful. Alice sends all her love.
Now all we need is Sally.
Oh, wait, did I hear
Where
my
is
name?
she? Hi. Oh,
good
welcome
to see
back
you.
to
Thank
Bay
you.
City. How are you? I'm fine. Alice is fine. And I have a lot of things to tell you.
Oh, yeah, like what?
Oh, a lot of secret messages. I'll tell you later.
I think it's time to toast the newlyweds. I bought a bottle of champagne just for that purpose.
Oh, what a great idea. I'll help you, Aunt Liz. I think I'll have a glass of club soda. That'll be just as festive, don't you think?
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. The champagne is in the fridge, and the club soda is in the pantry, and there's some ice cream out.
Can't buy you a drink? Take it free.
I'd say you have as much fun as some of your customers here.
Oh, don't tell anybody, but it's all part of my job.
Yeah. Well, it must beat waiting on tables in a coffee shop.
How did you know I used to work in a coffee shop?
Oh, I know a lot of things about you.
No, you just took a wild guess.
I never guess about anything, but... For instance, you may have gotten rid of your accent, but I happen to know you started out on a ranch in Wyoming.
How do you know all these things about me?
Mostly from your brother, Larry. My office worked with him when he was on the narc squad.
Oh.
I feel like throwing away some money, Zach.
Yeah. Sure. Go ahead, kid. Have yourself a good time. You go.
See you at the roulette table.
I suppose you're anxious to get to the tables yourself.
Nah, I got plenty of time, huh?
So, what else do you know about me?
Well, I know you're married.
Have you met Jerry?
Yeah, I spoke with him a couple of times. He's in law school now.
That's right.
Yeah. Men on the force say he's a bright guy. Should make a pretty good lawyer.
He should have his degree in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, good. I was thinking about bringing him into the DA's office if I win this election in November.
Do you think that would be good for his career?
That's the way I got my start.
But wouldn't it be better for him to go into a famous, prestigious law firm?
Yeah, I would if he were going into corporate law, but that would just be wasting his police background.
Oh, look, there's Brian Bancroft.
Oh, how do you know him?
Through mutual acquaintances.
Hey, Brian.
Hi, Zach.
So how's the wonderful world of private practice?
Fine, just fine. Hello, Blaine.
Hello, Brian.
Well, this is the first time I've seen you in your new surroundings. You look very attractive.
Thank you. May I show you around?
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't come to participate. I'd like to talk to you.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Another World.
What, is this a professional visit?
Well, you might say that. I'm acting as Blaine's attorney.
He's handling my divorce from Jerry.
Ah. So that's the way things are. Well, I gotta tell you, you got yourself one of the best lawyers in town here. Well, I'll leave the two of you alone, huh?
Oh, look, we can go somewhere else.
No, I should check on the young lady that I brought here tonight, see how much damage she's managed to do. Right?
We'll see you later, Mr. Cole.
Right?
Bye, Zach. Well, how are you, Blaine?
I'm fine.
Are you still determined to go through with this divorce?
Yes, I am.
I wish I could change your mind.
You can't.
I think that you and Jerry would have been very good for each other. That's why I'd like to see you fight for your marriage.
Well, maybe it's just not worth fighting for.
Oh, I don't believe that.
I thought lawyers were supposed to be like doctors and not get involved in their clients' business.
We are human.
Hey, I am on top of the world. What more could I ask for?
Well, you might start by asking yourself, what kind of world are you on top of?
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.